Your check engine light is on, you scan the car, and the code P0171 shows up. Before you replace parts, before you start guessing, and before you spend money on unnecessary repairs, stop and watch this video. P0171 means System Too Lean, Bank 1. In simple terms, your engine is getting too much air and not enough fuel. This creates a lean air-fuel mixture, and the engine computer is constantly trying to compensate for it. This is one of the most common trouble codes, and it is also one of the most misunderstood. Many people immediately replace oxygen sensors, fuel pumps, injectors, or even the catalytic converter. In many cases, none of those parts are actually bad. To properly understand P0171, you first need to understand how the engine controls the air-fuel mixture. Your engine needs the correct balance of air and fuel to run smoothly, efficiently, and safely. Too much air or too little fuel can cause poor performance, hesitation, misfires, and long-term engine damage. The engine computer controls this balance using information from multiple sensors. Two of the most important sensors are the mass airflow sensor and the oxygen sensors. The mass airflow sensor measures how much air is entering the engine. The oxygen sensors monitor the exhaust gases to determine if the mixture is rich or lean. The engine computer constantly adjusts fuel delivery based on this information. When everything is working correctly, the computer can maintain the correct mixture without any problem. A P0171 code is set when the computer keeps adding fuel to compensate for a lean condition, but still cannot reach the proper air-fuel ratio. At that point, the computer decides something is wrong and turns on the check engine light. One of the most common causes of a P0171 code is a vacuum leak. A vacuum leak allows unmetered air to enter the engine. This extra air is not measured by the mass airflow sensor, so the computer does not add enough fuel to compensate. Vacuum leaks can come from many different sources. Cracked or brittle vacuum hoses are very common, especially on older vehicles. Loose or disconnected hoses, damaged intake boots, leaking intake manifold gaskets, and faulty PCV hoses can all cause vacuum leaks. Even a very small vacuum leak can cause a lean condition, especially at idle. This is why some vehicles with P0171 run rough at idle but seem to drive better at higher speeds. Another very common cause of P0171 is a dirty or faulty mass airflow sensor. If the mass airflow sensor underreports the amount of air entering the engine, the computer will inject less fuel than needed. This immediately creates a lean condition. Dirt, oil, and debris can contaminate the mass airflow sensor. In some cases, simply cleaning the sensor with the correct mass airflow sensor cleaner can fix the problem. However, using the wrong cleaner or touching the sensor element can permanently damage it. Fuel delivery problems are another major cause of a lean condition. If the engine is not receiving enough fuel, the air-fuel mixture will become too lean. A weak fuel pump is a common example. A clogged fuel filter or restricted fuel line can also reduce fuel pressure. Low fuel pressure prevents the injectors from delivering the correct amount of fuel, especially under load. Dirty or partially clogged fuel injectors can also cause a P0171 code. When injectors cannot spray fuel properly, the engine may run lean. This often causes hesitation during acceleration or poor throttle response. Exhaust leaks can also play an important role. A leak before the oxygen sensor allows extra oxygen to enter the exhaust stream. This can trick the oxygen sensor into reporting a lean condition even if the engine is running correctly. Exhaust leaks are often overlooked because they are harder to see. Cracked exhaust manifolds, leaking gaskets, or loose connections can all cause false lean readings. Before replacing any parts, proper diagnosis is critical. Guessing and replacing parts almost always leads to wasted money and frustration. Start by scanning the vehicle for other trouble codes. If you see misfire codes, airflow-related codes, or fuel system codes, those issues must be addressed first. P0171 is often a symptom, not the root cause. Next, check live data using a scan tool. Look at short-term fuel trim and long-term fuel trim values. High positive fuel trims usually indicate the engine is running lean and the computer is trying to add fuel. Inspect the engine carefully for vacuum leaks. Check all hoses, intake boots, and connections. Listen for hissing sounds and look for cracked or brittle rubber components. Check the mass airflow sensor for contamination. If appropriate, clean it using the correct cleaner and follow proper procedures. Verify fuel pressure if possible. Low fuel pressure is a major cause of lean conditions and should never be ignored. Always compare measured fuel pressure to manufacturer specifications. Check for exhaust leaks, especially near the oxygen sensors. Even a small leak can cause incorrect readings and trigger a P0171 code. In many cases, fixing a simple vacuum leak, cleaning or replacing the mass airflow sensor, or repairing a fuel delivery issue will clear the P0171 code. Replacing parts without proper testing often creates more problems than it solves. Always diagnose first, understand the data, and fix the root cause of the problem. This approach saves time, saves money, and prevents unnecessary repairs. Before replacing parts, check our channel for more diagnostic tips and real-world fixes. Fix Car Codes helps you understand the problem before you spend your money.